Music came up in Psalms 150, and it just told us what to do, and it's telling us to do on our instrument what it said to do in Psalms 47. It says, clap your hands, all ye people, and shout unto God with the, with Y'all can stay quiet all you want to. You know why? Because you were predestined to do this. You are predestined to give God praise. If he never does another thing for you, you are predestined. He said, let everything that hath breath. Oh! Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I right? Then he gives us some instructions in Ephesians 5:19. Tells us to sing with psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. And I'm almost through because I know it's time to go. I'm almost through. But what about, I looked at the word hymns. We've all grown up with them. I love them. Everybody in here loves hymns, I'm sure. But why did he put it in Scripture? Hymns are the same word or a derivative of the word hymen. Ladies, hymn, hymen. Why hymen? The same word, it speaks to the wall of the flesh that controls and contracts within the body of a woman. Am I right, ladies? Okay, all right. I'm not one of all men, so it's okay if you tell me, am I right? Locking off her womb, because the same word is used, it indicates that's what a hymn does for a worshiper. The hymn breaks through the flesh into the Holy of Holies, where we can come into the presence of God. Hymn, hymen. Yeah, you got to break through. You got to break through. That's why it's a tragedy that this generation, and I just came from home, one of the things, they said, Kevin, if you could ask a musician 5 questions, what would it be? I asked them, what is their, are they saved? What would be their contribution to their pastor? What would it cost for them to work in ministry and not just play an instrument? And do you know hymns? Because it's Scripture. Hymns. You can't get there singing, he's a well of water in my soul. That's just Jubilee. Jubilee is not in Scripture. But when you start singing, dressed in his righteousness alone, faultless, to stand before his throne. Yeah, see how you just witnessed to that? You know why? Because you felt something in that hymn. When I come to the garden alone, where the dew is still. To the garden alone, where the dew. Preachers have a hard time in worship. They have a hard time doing this praise thing because we spend so much time trying to get a word. But your word comes from your praise. Your praise is the seed, and God does not plant a seed in a dry womb. Let me say that again. God does not plant a seed in a dry womb. Elijah said, Before I get a word, I need one from you, Lord. But before I get one, I need a praise. I need a minstrel. I need a praise, because if I get that praise, then some things is going to happen. Some things is going to happen. Do you not know that if we lift praise up so high in this place, when our pastor takes the pulpit, he will shut Pearland down? Guess what it's done from? Not the choir song. It's not done from how many songs we sing, but it's done from our praise. Enter into his gates. Enter into his courts with. Be thankful unto him and do what? Bless. It didn't tell you to ask for nothing. Do you not know that God will answer your prayers based on something you never even asked for? Let me say that again. He will answer a prayer that you've never even asked for, a prayer that you've never even prayed. He will do it because of your praise. Now, praise is just one of the prerequisites. Now, guess what praise does? Praise gets you past security in the airport. Because they're going to look at your ID, and they're going to look at your boarding pass at security just to be sure that you are who you say you are. Now, what happens when you come through the doors of the church, your boarding passes is being checked. Whether you know it or not, it is being checked. Because if you enter in as Satan, you're going to come in here looking like a sheep, but you're really a wolf. Now, I'm not talking to nobody in particular, so don't get offended if these shoes don't fit you. Now, if they fit you, I didn't have nothing to do with the size. Had nothing to do with the size. But so many times we find sheep. They look like sheep, but they're really wolves. You know why? Because they didn't enter into his gates with thanksgiving. They came in with a purpose to depress you. They came in with a purpose to try to make you feel bad. How many times have you come to church and you got depressing news? Depressing news. Somebody talking about somebody. Somebody always running somebody down. You didn't enter into his gates with thanksgiving. It says enter into his courts with praise. So that gets you through the gate. Now, that's when they check your ID. So then you have to go down to the particular gate that you are supposed to board. Now, 9 times out of 10, when you fly somewhere, you're going to have a layover, okay? So before you get on the plane, guess what they do again? They're going to check your boarding pass again. Didn't they just check it at security? Didn't they? Well, guess why they check it again? Because you've entered through the gates, now it's time to go into the courts. Now, this is where worship comes in. Because your destiny is your flight, where you are going. So if you get on a particular plane, wherever that plane is going is the destination that you are going to, not by choice. Now, you get on the wrong plane if you want to.